morning, everybody. It's a lovely Thursday. Sunrise is gorgeous here on the lakefront. Well, in Lake Pontchartrain anyway. Beautiful day. Nice and cool, crispy day. Looking forward to my bike ride through the quarter. I have got to do a gallery tour of the French Quarter. And try my multiple take that I haven't tried yet. I don't know. It's just me now. No one's watching this channel. It's a weird feeling. It's like I've completely run off all my 5 viewers. So I don't know. It looks like if I want a viewer, I gotta work at it. So maybe a gallery tour might be interesting around the French Quarter. Not really sure how that would garnish much attention. Seems to be the hot thing is if you piggyback on another popular subject, like Film Riot when they were doing their film contest, short film contest, Bird Box, things like that. Anything that's in the news, I guess. Hot in the news up front, commenting on it. You know what? This will be about Trump's wall. Let's talk about Trump's wall today. How about that? That's a hot topic. And the government shutdown. So, politically, wherever you stand, I mean, that's your own thing. The last thing I want to do is sway someone one side or the other. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. Wherever, they've got to statistically lay the thing out, okay? You got to lay the map out. You can't just say, hey, we need an 8,000-mile wall. That's just kind of silly. Okay, go to the hot spots, the known hot spots. Put X's all over the map. Where there's 20,000 people a day coming across the border, put X's, okay? Maybe that area needs a little more security. Wall or two in the area, build it up, checkpoints. In the hot spots. Now, of course, they're going to spread out away from those hot spots, but at least you're stopping the main areas first, Just barbed wire chain link fence, 15, 20 feet high. I mean, that's all you need, nothing fancy. You don't need the Great Wall of China, and they're going to get over that anyway, so just barbed wire and chain link fence, I don't know how I really feel one way or the other. They claim trillions and trillions of dollars, and this and that. People are in the hospital, milking the system, not paying taxes. I mean, at the end of the day, all these people are doing jobs none of us want to do. That's why they're doing it, So it's like, there's always inflation, and statistics, you can sway one way or the other. I don't know. At the end of the day, how much are these people getting hurt and using our Medicaid and becoming citizens and this and that? It's like, I mean, I got my own girlfriend. She's from Colombia and she's jumping through the hoops and going through all the bells and whistles it takes to become a citizen. It ain't that easy. I mean, this is a year in the process. It's a long process. It's about a 2 to 3 year process. I mean, I don't know if, the idea is these people coming over here, they're working, they're getting hurt, they're having families over here, and they're instant citizens. It's like, it ain't quite that easy, I mean, of course they want to get away from something bad and come to something better, but I don't know what the true statistics are. It's like, exactly how are they, negatively impacting our system? Criminals are everywhere, okay? You get scourge coming across that are, criminals. Yeah, they need to be treated like criminals. When they get busted, they get treated like criminals, just like any other criminal, period. But I'm not saying they need to have the gates wide open, but, put up a wall where it's needed, where the hot spots are, watch those areas, then watch the surrounding areas around those walls. If you run out of wall, have a little added border patrol within a 5 or 10 mile period, people patrolling. But there's a reason there's the hot spots, because they're convenient, Look at the highways in Mexico and see when they get closest to the wall, that's where they're going to be, okay? So those areas need added security, okay? So, I don't know what the solution is. Maybe there's some compromise in between. If someone's got a clean record, they get a day pass. You know, they get a little day pass. Maybe this exists already. I don't know. I don't know the politics behind it all. So if they got a clean record, they don't hurt people. They just want to come over here. They just want to come over here and work. You know, let them get a day pass. They come in, they work, they get their money, they leave. You know, but I mean, these aren't like CEO jobs. These are grass cutting, ditch digging, construction, hard work. You know, tunnel ratting under homes and stuff. These are not, you know, these are jobs we don't want to do. You know, so I don't know. It's what makes contracting and construction possible. You know, these people, anywhere you go in New Orleans since Katrina, it's all, you know, Hispanic people working on these crews and stuff. And I've got a sneaky suspicion that they're not all legitimate. You know, but anyway, you know, there's that, and then the knee-jerk reaction to the government shutdown. Government, it's a play. It's just a silly play. I don't know what the idea is behind all this stuff. It's just so silly. Of course, people being hurt are the ones that are not getting their paychecks. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know if I could go a month without getting a paycheck. It would be tough, you know. So, those poor people that have to deal with it. I don't know. It's just the whole Democrats versus Republicans. To me, it's just a silly game. It's to take sides and teams and pretend like we have a voice and this and that. It's the same, probably 5 fat cats running the whole show. You know, I mean, hey, you know, I don't care. Walmart runs America. I don't care. You know, whatever it is. If it's giant business owners, we got the greatest thing going. Okay. What I don't understand is this. People that want to complain and poop on the United States the entire time they're here utilizing its freedom, okay? If you don't like the U.S., leave the U.S. Go off to Iraq or Russia or China or wherever else you think it's so much better, or Germany, whatever you want, just go, okay? Give it a shot. But don't sit here whining and complaining the whole time that it's the worst place on the planet, it's so corrupt. You know, go to a third world country. I've been to Rio. It's pretty in some areas and dilapidated in others. It's just like the worst parts of New Orleans times 20,000. You know, it's terrible. There's well-off people. The disparity is extremely obvious. There's peasants. Oh, excuse me. Oh, where's this guy going? Big rush, huh, girl? So the, you know, the disparity in third world countries are amazing. Israel, okay, here we go. We're going to wreck here. Got Speed Racer going on here. Wow. Okay, big rush. You just leave the car. So anyway, yeah, it's just the United States. Yeah, it's not perfect, but for the machine it is, and the taxes we pay, it's not too bad. You know, we've got nice roads, nice security. You know, if you stay on the light, you got pretty decent. Police force, you know, you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find it in any city. You know, you're out looking for dope at 2 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? You're gonna find trouble. So that's your thing. Don't be surprised. You know, and every now and then an innocent victim gets caught in the crossfire, or some crackhead breaks into a house and tries to steal some crack money. But for the most part, we're pretty secure. And that's like, for the most part, a no-brainer too. If you live in the hot spots of New Orleans, you're going to get some crime action. You know, this isn't that big a surprise. You know, my cousin moved into a tough part of town, and he's already had his car stolen, and Lord knows what else. This isn't, you know, rocket science here. But yeah, I don't know. The government shut down. Of course, the only victims are the ones not getting paid right now. That's just silly. But as far as the standoff goes, I mean, that's just. To me, it's a play on stage. It's a joke. It's like, okay, these two are making this case, making it dramatic that all these government employees need to get paid, and this standoff is, you know, really, you know, the root problem behind it all. To me, it's like, to me, it seems like they're both putting on a show to justify funding this project, or to justify the compromise. So when they come up with a compromise, they'll both be winners. You know, I think there's more compromise going on than meets the eye. For example, when I was shelling out $30,000 for my attorneys, back in my wonderful divorce days. These people go to lunch together, you know, her attorney, my attorney, going toe to toe. It's all a big show for us because we're the ones shelling out $30,000, okay? And at lunchtime, they're buds. They go to get, they could care less. They're not even discussing our case. They don't care, you know? Maybe after lunch, after they tip and they're walking back to the car, they throw out a quick compromise. Hey, about that case, how about doing this? Yeah, sure, that's fine. You know, see you tomorrow at lunch. Beer's on you. You know, it's a joke, and that's the way it is with government, you know? It's all just a big play for us sad pyramid building slaves, you know, but it is what it is, you know. I mean, if that's what it takes to you know, have this lifestyle we have in the United States, a bunch of overweight, fast food eating, lazy people. Now that's some hardworking people, and it's just, I don't know. It's a strange world we live in, and all these, you know, pseudo sides, you know, Democrat versus Republican. It's like, nah, they're going to come up with something. So they just couldn't say, yeah, Trump, here's $1 trillion, go work on the wall, you know, without it being, so the U.S. population would be like, oh, that's terrible, that's too much money, what's going on here? So they had to create a little war. And now that we have, you know, whatever, 100 million people not getting paid, or whatever the heck the number is, 10,000, 100,000 government employees not getting paid, now there's a reason for it, you know. Oh, Trump wants 100 trillion. Oh, we'll give him 1 trillion at the end of the day. So we're all big hug session compromise. You know, it's just to me, it's an obvious just play they're putting on, you know, to appease the American public. So when they do shell out the $1 trillion, it'll be received well. It'll be a win-win. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents on it. What do I know? I make TV commercials for a living, and now I'll make a show for a living, and now I don't know if I'll be doing that for a living. Yeah, today might be my big interview day for my own position. That's a weird place to be, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, anywho, got any comments or ideas? Leave a comment below. Like this channel because it's riveting. The most entertaining thing you can see in the morning. This is so much more interesting than Good Mythical Morning. And, you know, Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon. So you have to like this channel. Yeah, look at those guys. And man, the production quality is insanity. Of course, when you have a $5,000 drone, you can get some sexy shots, but that's just one. That's just one of their things. They just do such a dang good job. They're so incredibly interesting on camera. You know, the places they go and the stuff they see and stuff. It's just beautiful. They go to beautiful places. You know, when the world is your background, you got some options. You know, so you know, when you live in the flatlands of Louisiana, it's kind of interesting trying to find a place to shoot. But I guess the cliche areas aren't so cliche outside of Louisiana. You know, we shoot Cafe du Monde and St. Louis Cathedral and just streetcars and St. Charles Street. For us, we've shot them. It's 2,025,000 times. It's like, oh my gosh, am I really shooting a streetcar again on St. Charles? Well, yeah, maybe these people in Japan or China, if someone actually looks at this, would appreciate a shot of a cliche streetcar or St. Louis Cathedral. You know, as a bride is taking portraits in front of the cathedral, whatever. You know, they kind of slowed down on that because they didn't want to clutter up the park with a bunch of photographers and stuff, so they kind of run us out of there now. But if you have a small camera, you're good to go. They just don't like the big news cameras or big photo shoots. So you can run through there with a small camera, though. Anyway, that's all I got. Let's see if I get any more clicks on this one, because I'm pushing a hot topic button. I'm going to hashtag and tag the mess out of this bad boy, and I'm going to link this video to a few sites that are discussing it, and see if anyone makes it to the end. If you make it to the end, I'll send you a beignet. Maybe. Later.